In this presentation, I'm going to talk about our recent work that was published in IEEE Transaction on Software Engineering in 2019. This was an empirical study to understand the comments that are associated with Stack Overflow answers. I'm the first author, Haoxiang Zhang, from Center of Software Excellence at Huawei, Canada. Stack Overflow contains different types of activities that users contribute in a crowdsourced way. For example, people post the questions, provide answers, and the askers can select an accepted answer. In the meanwhile, people can post the comments and update their answers. Many of these activities can occur over time, which makes the interaction among software knowledge sharing complicated. In our prior study, we analyzed one type of comments that observed the answer obsolescence. For more details, you can check this paper. One thing that we noticed while conducting this study was that some of the concerns that developers have are also reflected in the comments that users post on Stack Overflow. Then a follow-up question for us to ask becomes how these commenting activities contribute to the generation and maintenance of crowdsourced knowledge. Therefore, we conduct an empirical study to analyze all the comments on Stack Overflow. First of all, we found that there are 32.3 million comments associated with Stack Overflow answers, and there are more comments posted than answers since 2009. Even 23% of the answers have a commenting thread that is longer than the answer itself. These observations indicate that comments form a rich corpus on top of the answers on Stack Overflow. In order to understand what these comments discuss, we did a qualitative analysis based on 3,000 randomly sampled comments. We identified 7 types of comments and their subtypes. Among them, there are 5 types of informative comments and 2 types of uninformative ones. The informative comments include advantage, improvement, weakness, inquiry, and addition, while uninformative comments include praise and irrelevant. We also matched the comment types with the Stack Overflow commenting guidelines and found that the majority of the informative comments follow the guidelines, such as request clarification, leave constructive criticism, and add relevant information. However, there are other types of comments, such as to suggest a correction, answer a question, or compliments. They are also posted on Stack Overflow, although they are discouraged in the guideline. Furthermore, we analyzed the time aspect of commenting activities and found that the majority of comments are posted after the acceptance of an answer, suggesting that the acceptance of an answer is not the end of all activities, but different types of comments can still enhance the answer afterward. We also found that most of the comments are posted within 1 day since the creation of an answer, but later comments are more likely to be informative. We found that the comments, although being informative, are rarely integrated back into the answers. Lastly, we studied the user characteristics from those who post the comments and found that higher reputation users contribute more comments of type advantage, improvement, and addition. We further look into those informative comments and observe that inexperienced users tend to raise limitations and concerns, while experienced users tend to enhance the answers. Among uninformative comments, inexperienced user tends to praise the answers, while experienced users tend to post irrelevant information. Above is a brief walkthrough of our papers on Stack Overflow comments. Firstly, we explore this large data set of comments that provide a rich corpus on top of Stack Overflow answers. Then we identify the different types of comments when the majority of them enhance the answers. We also found most of the comments are posted within 1 day after answer creation, but the later comments are more likely to be informative. Although they are informative, they are rarely integrated back into the answers. Lastly, we identify the user characteristics when they post the comments. Besides this work, we have two follow-up papers by mining Stack Overflow. One is about how comments can be better organized, and the second one is an empirical study of C++ code weaknesses on Stack Overflow. If you are interested, you can check them out. This is the end of the presentation, and thank you for your time. Please feel free to ask me any questions. Thanks.
Okay, hello. So we now have two of the authors of the paper, Haoxiang, Zhang, and Shaowei Wang, who are going to answer your questions for the Q&A. So please feel free to add your questions in the chat, and we'll go over them. So the first question that we got for this paper is, says, this is interesting. Did you enhance answers on Stack Overflow by leveraging comments?
Yeah, I can answer that. So in this paper, we didn't, but in another paper, we later published in Tse-Hsun, we built a prediction model to identify the informative comments and try to leverage the comment, the hidden mechanism to better show the informative ones. Yeah, for more details, you can refer to that paper to see how we are trying to enhance the answers. Yeah.
Okay, nice. So that let's see. Let me. I have questions too, but I want to give the audience a chance. So let me wait a minute to have other questions from the audience. So I have a question about those improvements, right, or enhancements of Stack Overflow, because so the comments often improve, right, the answers, but also sometimes not. And I think it sounds really interesting to do what you're mentioning, which is hide the non-informative comments, right?
Mm-hmm.
But do you see opportunities for, say, completely rearranging the way that answers are provided, and say, like, are some comments better answers than answers, or are could you think of relationships between comments and other answers? Like, have you thought about potentials like more outside the box redesigns, considering everything that you learned in this paper?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. So right now, all different comments can be sorted by several different ways, such as vote or the time they were posted. But those are very basic sorting mechanisms. But as you said, as time goes, probably even different answers can be complementary to each other, or as the knowledge become obsolete, and some becomes better while another one is not working for the current state of art solutions. So I feel definitely there will be interesting angles to look at, is to how this can be sorted better. And even this sorting is also based on the audience. Like for different audience, if they are looking at a different aspect, such as the security, or some people are looking at the performance. So maybe then they will also need like a personal ranking mechanism to help them to sort out all the information. Because all these answers in the pool, it's cumulative over more than 10 years. And I think that is a good future work to look at this phenomenon and how to better retrieve the information.
So one thing actually on top on Haoxiang's comments is that we also see actually the alternative answers in the comments. So as you say, so basically one way is that we can extract the alternative comments out of the comments box, and first it is kind of the additional answer for the question as well. And so because in Stack Overflow, basically they sort the comments based on the verse, if I remember correctly. And the biggest problem is that almost 80% of the comments don't have Earth. So in other words, the score for the comments is there. So currently they are kind of the sorting mechanism doesn't work at all. Yeah, so that's the biggest problem they have. And yeah, so basically it needs to involve a lot of efforts from the audience or the community to merge the comments and the answers. The problem is that not much people actually do that. So their current mechanism doesn't work at all. And we need kind of the recommendation system to figure out which one is informative and even actually the type of comments they are in terms of different aspects.
Yeah. So I just want to add like one note is what Shaowei was saying in the other hidden comments paper. We define the unfair unfair cases, and we find that based on our definition, more than 90, I think it's more than 97% of them are unfair. That means it's the voting mechanism doesn't help to pop up the informative ones.
That's really interesting. So we have another question from the audience that asks something that you slightly answered already, which is, have you developed any technique to extract the informative and correct comments? So can you tell us a bit more about that technique?
So we define the informative comments, and then we build random forest classifiers to so by using our manually collected data set to train a model, and use a model to train to differentiate the informative ones from the uninformative ones. But I'm not sure what you mean by correct comments, because I feel that that's a subjective definition. But based on our manual label, we were able to build this classifier and achieve a AUC of greater than 0.8. And we use that to help extract this information.
Thank you. Thank you. Do we have more questions from the audience? Okay, so I'll ask another question myself. I found your work really interesting. Oh, sorry. Let's follow up because I want to give priority to the audience. Say, Fatime says, some comments are not correct, and other people mention in the replies or other comments that maybe the code provided is incorrect.
I guess that's one type of the comments trying to against the original answer. Yeah, so in current work, we only actually provided a model to identify whether that one is relevant answer or not relevant answer. So if we want to actually have this kind of a lower level of the classification, we need actually more features. And it's actually our future work because we're trying to do this and the accuracy is not actually satisfied. So I think it's actually we still need further efforts on this direction.
Great. Thanks. So while we wait for more questions, I'll ask you my question because I really wanted to ask you. So it seems that comments are really useful in Stack Overflow, and whether or not people are paying enough attention to them sounds like they should, because there's a wealth of information there. So given, again, everything you've learned in this paper, do you think that other systems in software engineering or other platforms will also benefit from having comments and they don't have them today?
I think actually it will actually benefit definitely. So because in Stack Overflow there are two mechanisms. One is actually you can leave comments leave message in the comments, point out, for example, the error or actually the flawedness of the code. And there's another way is that you can directly edit their answers. Right? But sometimes if you directly edit the answers, it actually will offend the people, the owner of the answer. So I think actually comments is definitely a more kind of balanced way to point out the flaws and other stuff. So I think this kind of the mechanism can be also used in other platform like GitHub. If you have found some error or flaws in other people's projects, right? So it's maybe not that applied or actually not.
We have 3 seconds left. I'm sorry.
Yeah, actually to do that in the